I'm Matt Jeziorski and I am the Schools and Youth Outreach Worker for Pax Christi UK. And I stumbled upon Pax Christi quite by accident at a moment in my life when I was looking for a new job. Came from a background of youth work and Catholic youth work, and I saw an advert for a Pax Christi job, applied for it, somehow got it, and gradually fell in love with the organisation and the movements and the work and the campaigns and such like. It was quite by accident, but a happy accident really. And in my job, the main part of my job is schools work. I spend a lot of time travelling around England and Wales, visiting schools, running workshops, encouraging young people to think critically about issues of conflict, violence, peace and peacemaking, and ask questions about the world in which they live in and their role within it and how they can be peacemakers. Franchise has become one of the mainstays of my workshop as a theme, and I use him I really ask the students and ask the young people to really think about the decision he had to make to fight or not to fight, and kind of telling the story, and they'll change their mind, they'll all decide they want to fight to provide for their family, and then they find out it's Hitler's army and they don't want to fight, and they find out they'll be beheaded, and they decide they don't want to be beheaded, understandably, and that kind of wrestling with that, those difficulties that Franz Jägerstätter wrestled with, is a really good technique in a workshop, and really gets them thinking, gets them engaging, and at the end, I think one of the things I really like about the life and the witness of Franz Jägerstätter, although what he did was the right thing and a heroic thing in refusing to fight, it would have been perfectly reasonable and perfectly understandable and not necessarily the wrong thing to have fought if that motivation had been to provide for your family, to ensure their future, and then there's so many lessons for peacemaking that you can draw out of it with the students. The importance of being willing to be disobedient, the consequences of that disobedience, and I think the role of Franziska Jägerstätter in that story, and how she supported her husband, and that amazing act of solidarity, both in making the decision and ongoing, keeping the memory alive and supporting him steadfastly for so long, 70 years a widow. Within that story is great inspiration, and what a hero for peace she is as well. Nobody's ever heard of Franz Jägerstätter. I hadn't heard of Franz Jägerstätter until my first day in this office, and it's such a remarkable story, and to really think and engage with it.